This Norgaard signing for Arsenal has caused a lot of stir between the Arsenal fan base and the football world entirely, most especially for fanatics who watch the EPL. But then there's been a lot of ifs when it comes to transfer window with Arsenal, but the Norgaard situation is not one of them. And I'll break it down so we'd understand. There are rumors that Thomas Partey is asking for increment in salary. And if that is the case at 31, is it really right? Does it really make sense? But then again, what Thomas Partey brings to this Arsenal team is undeniable. You could say he's one of the best DMs, bar Rodri, in the EPL. I've said it many times. But Arsenal is going through a project. They are going through a rebuild. And now they've gotten to a point where they need to keep their best players. And this is where my worry is. If the issue is coming from Arsenal as to why they cannot increase his pay, which I understand because Arsenal has a payment structure in terms of paying wages to players. But then let's talk about the positives about this Thomas Partey Norgaard deal. Yes, you could argue that Norgaard is 31 and Partey is 31 too. How do you move from Partey to Norgaard, especially when you're looking at what they bring individually to this team? Is Norgaard coming to fill the void left by Thomas Partey? See, it is important to know for Arsenal fans to note that there are a lot of narratives that is being pushed around, especially about this Arsenal team, that we just embrace and begin to help them, make it look like we are PR specialists, help them spread this narrative even when we don't need to. In fact, we already knew when Arsenal made an agreement in principle with Zubimendi in January that Partey is going to have limited time, whether he signs or not, whether he's available or not. Then if Thomas Partey has decided to leave, the next thing Arsenal should be doing is looking at an alternative, since it's visible now that an agreement cannot be reached between both parties. And Arsenal have done that swiftly in getting someone in Norgaard. And trust me, Norgaard might not be a big name signing. He's not coming in to displace Zubimendi, of course, because of the age and the fact that Zubimendi is going to offer a lot. I've already stated this, right? But then Norgaard can jeopardize for Zubimendi. If need be for us to play a double pivot, then we play Norgaard. If you watch Norgaard play for the Brentford team, he's the anchor of that team in terms of intensity, build-up play, carrying the ball from box to box. He gives a lot to that Brentford side to make them very competitive. And above all, he is their captain. So he's bringing a lot of leadership and a lot of intensity, a lot of, press when we need it in the midfield. So Norgaard might not be your statement signing, right? But then he's coming to fill a void if necessary. Add more bodies in the midfield and he's primarily tested. Now, if we move swiftly in the striking position like we've done with the Partey situation, I don't think any Arsenal fan is going to be clamoring or crying over the Norgaard situation. Arsenal fans are just crying about this signing because they feel there are better positions to be addressed that have been needing addressing. Talking about the striking position, the left hand of attack, and even someone to deputize for Saka, and Arsenal have not moved as swift as they've moved with the Thomas Partey Norgaard situation. But you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, stay blessed.